Um, so I hear you're only meant to draft Golgari if you have an Izoni. That is what I have heard. And there happens to be an Izoni in the pack, so you know, I guess we are drafting Golgari apparently. We are passing League, Guildmage, Darkblade Agent. I actually really like the Lurcher. I think the Lurcher's underrated. Might even wheel the Lurcher. Like, people really don't like the card as much as I do. So maybe we wheel the Lurcher if we end up in Golgari. If we wheel the Lurcher, that's a sign we should be in Golgari. Golgmiri or Dimgari. Oh my gosh. So, you know what's better than one Izoni? Two Izonis. I think we're meant to take the Deadly Visit though, sadly. As much as it breaks my heart, we're probably meant to take the Deadly Visit. Oh, I really want the Vivid Renewal. Revival, even. I really want it. It's like pretty good. It's kind of slow. It's pretty good. Deadly Visit is really good too. Maybe it'll wheel. There's like a non-zero chance the Revival wheels. Like, this is a really strong pack. Challenger, Guide, Direct Current, Sonic Assault, Worm. Even Douse is like pretty great. There's a non-zero chance this wheels. Sorry. I'm sorry. I have to do Pro Tour prep. I have to be responsible. As much as I hate it, I have to be responsible. I'm sorry. I feel so much guilt. My heart is breaking. This is too much. Oh. This pack is not great. This pack is like much weaker than the previous two packs. I really don't like this card at all. Even though it's in Golgari colors. This card's like pretty good if we wanted to take a Golgari color card. There's also Dimir Guildgate, which is reasonable. Could I either let us splash into this or like honestly you can splash Izoni. I've splashed Izoni in blue-black before. I think I'm just gonna take the Guildgate. You can see where this goes. Ooh, Burglar Rat is really nice in an Izoni deck. It's like pretty good in Dimir. Obviously Justice Strike's the best card by a lot. It doesn't go with any of the cards we have so far. It's possible we're still meant to take it. It's possible it's a signal. Like, the best card considering what we have already, I think, is the Rat. But I think missing out on the Rat isn't the end of the world. Like, if we end up in Dimir, in Boros, we're gonna really like having the Justice Strike. Yeah, I think I'm gonna spec on the Strike. I think I'm gonna spec on the Strike. Like, not that likely to end up in Boros, but if we do, we really like having the Strike. It's like a really late one too. Rats and Cats are excellent in Golgari, agreed. I prefer the Rat just because it's cheaper. Just like being able to play have like lots of turn 2 plays is nice, but both of them are very good. I haven't really got anything here for our Golgari deck. We have a Muse Drake if we're actually secretly Dimir, or we have a Recruit if we're like hedging for Boros. I'm kind of inclined to take Recruit. I think we take the Guildgate. I don't see what world we end up playing the Guildgate in. It's the problem, unless we end up like Jeskai, but that seems unlikely. No spider love. Is the spider better than I give it credit for? Alright, the Boros is drying up. And we've got a Dowser for a Golgari or Dimir deck. So I guess we just take this. This card is like so big. It's just gigantic. Been like really pleased with it. There's like no good cards here. Other than Siege Worm, which I hate in Golgari. It's like decent in Selesnya, but it isn't great. Muse Drake is obviously good. I guess we take Muse Drake, maybe pivot into like Dimir, Splash Izoni, or like full on Bug. I feel like the Boros has not come to us, despite us taking the Justice Strike, which is not the saddest thing in the world. I'm going to take this, probably put these in my board, and accept that we're heading in this direction. Yeah, Boros ain't going to happen, I agree. There's probably just like a lot of Boros cards in the pack with the Justice Strike, right? So you take a Gargoyle or a Muse Drake. Would you consider the lack of Boros an injustice? Actually, I don't hate picking up a Gargoyle. I feel like there's a world in which we end up wanting this Gargoyle. Yeah. This is great. Oh my god. It's not even certain we're playing this Revival, but we probably aren't going to be too sad if we're not playing the Dowser. And there's a world in which we get to play this. If we do end up playing it, it will be very, very good. Obviously, we don't have many gold cards so far, but I can't remember Locket. It helps with our color situation. We already have like 2 5s and some expensive cards. It sure is a curve we have. It sure is. Glad you agree. Glad we both agreed that this deck has a curve. Alright, don't know what we're doing, but we're doing something. We haven't actually seen that much blue, huh? Other than Muse Drakes. We might just be actually just Golgari, honestly. As much as it hurts to say that. We didn't get the Lurcher back, though. If we're not wheeling the Lurcher, it's like so heartbreaking. Another Izoni. We already have the one Revival that we're going to struggle to play. Kind of want this Burglar Rat. Yeah, we have the Revival here, which I hope to play, but we shall see. Shall see if our dreams come true. Yeah, it's an easy rat, I agree. Just like the only pick here. What are these packs? What are these packs? So our options are Hired Poisoner as an early blocker, Pitiless Gordon as a Hired Poisoner that helps with our Vivid Revival, Circuitous Route if we just accept that everything has gone to heck and we just want to have fun. I'm kind of tempted by the Gorgon. I would like to play this Revival if we can. But we might just wheel this. This card is really unpopular. Take root and pretend we're gonna live in magical Christmas land. Does sound like a bad idea. It's one of these two. Yeah, we should just take the Poisoner and wheel the Gorgon, I think. I suspect that is the case. Whoa. Luminous Bonds. There's also a Dissident, which is like pretty decent. I actually like this card quite a bit. Canister is hosting my stream. Welcome to everyone joining us. Doing some drafts. Preparing for the PT. This draft is a bit of a train wreck, but we have this card, so we'll see, we'll see. I kind of want to be greedy and take the bonds, just because, like, Watcher's Gas it is, but we've seen, like, no blue. I think I've accepted we're just, like, not in blue, is the thing, Socrasta. So it's one of these two. I'm just going to take the bonds. I feel like we need actual power in here. Yeah, second bonds. Now we can just try and aggressively pick up white fixing for these luminous bonds. What is the thing being luminous bonded? Some sort of Simic experiment, I believe. Simic nonsense. Alright, the Gorgon is a gold card for the revival. Honestly, at this point, I think we're just never going to have enough gold cards for revival. I have the Selesnya locket too. I do. So you can, like, play this instead of the Golgari one. Trooper is so bad. Trooper is, like, heinous. We need to diversify our bonds. Oh my god. Do I just take this? It's so unexciting. Like, I don't think we can take that many more white cards. I feel like the chance we actually, like, hedge into Selesnya is almost zero at this point. Just take, like, the bad 2-drop. Some more Boros Guild Gates and we can actually go Crispy Abzan. Oh my god. That is not living the dream, Socrasta. What are these Peacemakers doing? They're going so late. I've been really impressed with that card. Alright, we have removal. We don't have anything else. We can kill some creatures though. Yeah, we have a lot of bonds. We have a lot of bonds. Guess I take the Okapi. It's so bad. You think we take the red-white gate? What's the red-white gate for? Sports? The strike in the board? I don't know. I think whatever we take there, we're just, like, not playing regardless. It's kind of whatever. Awesome. Alright, this deck's not great, but we do have removal. It's kind of awkward. I feel like Golgari was not particularly open, but I don't know what was other than Selesnya. Obviously, we don't really want to be Selesnya particularly. Like, it's not like Selesnya is much better than Golgari, right? Oh, we have the Gatekeeper Gargoyle. That's a good point. Pick up another gate for the Gargoyle. Yeah, that's an argument for the Boros Gate. I'm not sure we'd play it just for that, but if we could find something else in addition. Price of Fame. Wield the Guild Gate maybe, or the Portcullis Spine. Either would be nice. Another Price of Fame. Oh, we certainly can kill creatures. You're starting to get loose with your slashes. I'm always loose with my slashes. We sure have some... We can kill creatures. That is certainly a thing we can do. This is something that can actually win games. I guess I need the rat. It's like an early play. It's good with Izoni as well. Golgari Raiders is bad. Wincon would be nice, indeed. Could just take like another Dowser. Or the bats. The bats can fly over. Prey Upon seems kind of garbo in this deck. Alright, we just need fixing. So we can splash these bonds. Just need to like aggressively take the skill gate. All we're missing out on is like a Death Toucher anyway. It's no big loss. One more piece of fixing, or the Portcullis Spine. Portcullis Spine is nice with Izoni. This deck will take literal forever to win games. If it can in fact win games. If it can in fact win games. Disclaimer. This card's honestly kind of nice in our deck. We do need more spells as well, and we have the other Guild Gate we can wheel. I'm just gonna take this. I like how this can actually kill people. I'm not sure I want another white card. And then we like just full on Abzan, which is not terribly appealing. Let's just take the Ceratok. I guess the gap between Ceratok and Centaur isn't that absurd. Killing people. Such anger at the notion of defeating our opponents. As opposed to just like sitting there staring at them. We didn't wheel the Guild Gate. That's kind of heartbreaking. Now we're going to end up cutting a Portcullis Spine and feeling foolish. Yeah. This deck isn't great. It's honestly like not the actual worst. We just can't play this Revival. Even if we take the Shieldmate, like, I don't think we can really even use it as a sideboard card then, still. I guess we just take the Canopy for the board. I don't think we need this Lesnia Locket. Interesting. I'm like a bit worried about our mana. We need 5 white sources. Yes, and yeah, we have double black and double green. So we need like 8 to 9 green and black. We'll take a look in a minute though. The Breakbond's not terrible with all our 4 power creatures at this point. It's like a sideboard card. We already have so much removal. I'm just going to take another Dowser as a sideboard card. In case we just want to board really big against someone. If they have lots of direct currents or something. Alright. We can't beat a removal spell, but... or like a divination. Also can't beat a divination. What are we cutting from this deck? So options of things to cut. We could cut a Vine potentially. Could cut a random 2-drop since we're not playing the Revival. Honestly, I'd rather have the Vines than these Shieldmates, I feel. Because the Vines just like go so well in the late game with the Izonis. We can't beat a Luminous Bonds, fair point. I know, we have the Crushing Canopy in our board. There you go. This is 24, so we need to cut 1 more. So what's our mana like at the moment? We need 5 white sources if we play. So if we play the Locket, we only need 2 planes. 1, 2, 8 black, 4, 4, 9 green. I'd really like 9 of both. This is 11, 12, 13, and this has us at 17 lands. So we actually have, if we play the Locket, our mana is like perfect. I think the Vine is nice in these decks with like Undergrowth cards. You like play it as an early blocker, it gains you a bit of life, and then you cycle it and it fuels your Undergrowth with Izoni. Digs you towards your Izoni. Maybe we can cut one though. I don't know, I've not played with the card hugely, but I've heard it's actually like not terrible in this style of deck. You really like Vine? Yeah. I think it's like not terrible by any means. I think the choice of the cut is between Vine, Recluse. I'm not cutting the Locket because then I think our mana is just not good enough. Yeah, I think it's a Recluse or a Vine, most likely. So I think I'm just gonna cut a Recluse. And keep the cheaper card. Right, let's try this. I am not particularly ecstatic about this deck, but it has Izoni, so it can win games. There's Izoni and 6 Terminates. Right. Ready for your Torch Courier. No Torch Courier. Shame. No! How do we beat this card? Right. I don't want to trade my Poisoner with their Locksmith. It seems awful for me. Save the Poisoner for something relevant. I guess I could trade it with the Locksmith. I'm going to be playing lots of big creatures that are going to trade with their large creatures anyway. Unsure. They just don't even want to trade. That's fair. Just cantrip this with them having a Locksmith in play. Doesn't seem like the best here. Alright, I'm just going to attack. If they want to trade, I'm fine with that. Since we're going to be playing lots of big things and we don't want them like double blocking them. Yeah, we might be sideboarding a Vine or 2 out, I suspect, against our opponent's main deck Locksmith. Such capturing. However will we kill you without our 4/3? Wow, they missed a land drop. Sick. Missed land drops meet 4/5s. Come on, the Storm. Ugh. Getting like a bit punished for not holding back our Poisoner, kinda. I think it's fine though. We're gonna gain some life back with this Foragers anyway, at some point soon. Sure, that is a 1/3. Our 4/5 gets to start smashing. I'm not going to attack with the Poisoner. I'm pretty unhappy trading the Poisoner for the Drake. So, get to swing for 4 here, and then resolve our Foragers. Just have like so many massive creatures. And start removing their blockers. You're already excited for the next set. It has Simic in it, the most important one. Also has the Teferi Guild to like mess up Constructed. We need Simic in our lives, we already do. From my perspective, I'm excited for it because my cube is Bant Cube. And obviously Bant Cube appreciates the set with Azorius and Simic. Like, there's been like so many good Selesnya cards for the cube. It's kind of nice. Yep. Sure is a card we put in our deck. So I guess I start by firing off the rats. I'm wondering if I aggro Luminous Bonds here. Just so they don't have good blocks this turn and take like 1,000,000 damage. I can Luminous Bonds a Locksmith, swing all. And then they take like 9 if they don't block anything. Hey Chantel, the drafts are going well. We got to the finals last draft, which was pretty great. This one's going decently too. We might be about to spew a Luminous Bonds. I guess we have infinite removal in our deck, so using up a piece isn't even the end of the world. We still have like 5 removal spells we're drawing to, and we're pushing lots of damage this way. Our last draft's deck was like a masterpiece. This draft's deck is less so. Why did I build a Bant Cube? Also, hi Gabruff. I built a Bant Cube because I really like restrictions when you're building cubes. I think restrictions breed a lot of like creativity and like make for very different experiences with the cube, which is nice. And I went for Bant specifically, partially because it's one of my favorite 3-color combos, but also because Bant has really bad removal, because you don't have red or black, which are like the 2 really good removal colors. So it makes for like a very interesting limited environment from that perspective. I don't think I swing with this. Yes, swinging with this. If they want to eat it, it means the Drake isn't trading with the Death Toucher. This is probably a fine attack with the rat. It's not doing much else. Sure. You're thinking about trying to build a standard battle box? You should definitely build a battle box. Battle boxes are excellent. I dearly love my battle box. Okay, is there another Commander Storm coming? They haven't blocked my Delsa. I have to assume there's another Commander Storm in our future. What? Sure. Deal. A-okay, so we got to eat a field, but lost our rat. I think that's like a pretty fine exchange for us. My Demir battle box is hot fire. I love it so much, Chantel. It makes me, it's like the grindiest nonsense in the world. Ooh, this is also the grindiest nonsense in the world. We have discovered the other grindiest nonsense. Hmm. Alright. Get some attacks in. I'm just gonna swing all. Again, like any creatures that are trading with our Death Toucher are not helping take down our big creatures. So I'm pretty into that. If they want to trade the Muse Drake for the Death Toucher, that's fine. Like, we're trading down on cards in that case, but... Gross. But they discard Dazzling Lights. So the question is, would we rather have a creature with an extra toughness, or would we rather have a creature that gains us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 life? I think considering we have Izoni in our deck to draw 2, I'd rather just gain 6 life over having the 5th point of toughness. It's like kind of unfortunate because playing against the Hypothesis or color combination, but I think gaining 6 life seems pretty excellent to me. You'd rather have the toughness squirm it? I mean, it lines up better against considering like these two have come out, but I don't know. I think this is still nice. Holy cow. Alright. Figured out what we're doing with this turn, apparently. Kill their Watcher. Force their Drake to chump. I think I'll keep the 4/4 flyer. I think that sounds pretty great. We put them to 2 as well, so now we have 2 lethal creatures for next turn. Yeah, they just stumbled like a tiny bit too much this game. We got in too much dirty damage for them to keep up with. Who would have guessed we drew a removal spell? It's not like we have many of them in the deck, right? Pretty unlikely. I am quite lucky. Oh my gosh. Alright, we have somehow won a game with this deck. Good start, good start. Gonna probably board out these Portcullis Vines, apparently, against the double Locksmith deck. So we could just bring in Shield Mates instead of the Vines. And I'll do it 5 more times. That's a big ask. That is asking a lot, Gatekeeper. Winning 5 more games with this deck is asking a lot. Bring in a Shield Mate. You don't have to feel guilty about sacking them, that's true. You can just fire up your 3 mana, draw a card. So the options for the final card are like one of these two. I don't think their deck is slow enough where we can justify boarding in Vivid Renewal plus this and only having like 5 gold cards. I think that sounds terrible. Douse is honestly pretty nice against the deal 4 damage deck. Obviously looked great that game. I think I'm just gonna bring in a Shield Mate on the draw though, and then on the play I might bring in the Dowser depending on how fast the rest of that deck looks. I guess we also have Crushing Canopy. We have the 3/4 flyer. We already have so much removal though. I don't think I want to bring in super conditional removal unless I see like big motivation for it. That's pretty nice. 1 into 2 removal spell for their flyer. The rats just like brick walls their locksmith really nicely. Or I guess it doesn't brick wall this thing. Grump, grump, grump. I guess I can trade my Death Toucher for this. It's like whatever. I guess I do that. If they want to attack. Okay, we have a problem. We have discovered a distinct problem. Our price of fame is going to be a bit slow here. They're going to get a 2-2 and a 1-1 out the war boss before we can even kill it. I'm pretty dead right now. They're going to be so far ahead of us on board. Especially if they cast a creature here, right? Huh. Interesting. I feel like they could attack with the Mesmerist. Shrink the Poisoner. I guess then we get to trade the Rat with the Mesmerist, but then the War Boss gets to pump a token. I don't know. Let me just pass the turn. Go for the upkeep price. We flew too close to the sun. Please no counter, thank God. Graveyard, top. Alright, I think we're in a good spot now. Obviously there are these 1-1s that are going to get to peck away, which is annoying, but I'm not going to trade with one of them. The moment we trade with one of these, the Mesmerist gets to start attacking, so just going to accept that we're taking some damage until we find some more good blockers. I don't know if we're just meant to bonds the Mesmerist. So we can actually like trade a rat with a goblin, keep our life total high. They have Inescapable Blaze in their deck, so we don't want to take like too much damage. Like if we cast the Gargoyle next turn and then they kill it, we're just, I mean 11. Yeah, I'm unsure, Socraster. It's kind of tough. I'm not sure what the right play is there. Like, against an Izzet deck, especially one with Inescapable Blaze, there's a lot of motivation just to keep our life total high. And we have a lot of removal still left in the deck. I'm also scared of them, like, resolving a big flyer, and thus needing the bonds for that. Jeez. Alright. Kinda punished. Please no counter. Thank you. Now we need them not to have Hypothesis. I said don't have it. You're not listening to me. Jeez. I'm gonna trade a rat with a goblin this turn, I think. Just accept that I'm bonzing the Mesmerist if I don't draw a blocker. Opponent is bad at following instructions. I don't know if I'm meant to trade off the Poisoner too. Otherwise this thing's gonna keep poking away, and now they have the field as well as the problem. This is a really miserable trade. I think I have to do it. Just accept that the war boss has 2/4 under me. they've found their black source. Don't know if they have black cards other than Midnight Reaper in their deck. Yeah, single blades puts us to 5. It's not ideal. We do have the Frag Tusk in our deck though. We have the 5 mana Frag Tusk. 5 mana Frag Tusk. Frag Tusk is... You know what I mean. Crowl Foragers. They kept both. The Baloth, you mean? The Baloth, indeed. We got there. What do they have in their hand? Do they just have counter spells? Or removal? Just like 0 fruit creatures somehow? If that card were Frag Tusk, green might be less awful. Indeed. I'm probably meant to play on my swamp there. I have the Signet in my deck that I might want to like play and sack and then have a follow-up play in the same turn. I don't think I can use Bonds on the field. Just to push damage. I think I have to save it for a flyer, most likely. It's like unfortunate because obviously they're clocking us if they have a blaze. We're on like 4 at the moment, but I think I have to save the spawns for a flyer. Puff a sizzle. Command the storm, sure. Same thing. So we're now on 3 life against blaze. Alright. They're only splashing black, so I'd be highly surprised if they have a Burglar Rats in their deck. And we have a Signet in our deck. Or Locket. So if we draw the Locket, we want to go cast the Locket, sack it, and then be able to like cast anything we draw. So if we draw a Locket and sack the Locket and draw a 4-drop and a land, we want to be able to play the land and then cast the 4-drop afterwards. It's like kind of a niche scenario, but I would just be so surprised if they had Burglar Rat in their deck. I guess they could have Disinformation Campaign in their deck. That's not like an unreasonable splash. Gain 4. Yep. Actually just Obstinate Baloth. On a slight markup. That doesn't trigger Electrostatic Field. Yeah, I guess I'm going to start holding lands because Disinformation Campaign is actually a reasonable card for them to have. Do we Luminous Bonds now? Can't possibly be correct. They're not even clocking us anymore. Because we're on such a high life total. I'm just going to save these bonds for their flyers. They did not sack the Locket. That is weird. Could not explain that. Maybe they have Explosion in their deck. Got the Izzet Guild Gate. Alright. Keep poking for 2. Bouncing off this field. They might actually deck. The way this game is going, like, it's not inconceivable. Oh my gosh. 10 removals enables the mill plan, it sure does. I kinda just want to bonds the crab. It's like a bit aggressive, but I have 2 removal spells left in hand still. Like if they draw another blocker, this gets to start swinging in and pecking away. But we don't have any big creatures yet. I'm gonna save the price of fame because they could have a guild mage or something that we need to actually remove from the board. Obviously for future games, they have the Midnight Reaper that we want to be able to remove from the board. It's not too relevant this game though. I hope they don't have a Devious cover-up in their deck. Alright, now do we kill the field? Yeah, I guess we now just have... Doesn't seem conducive to decking them. It does find us a 4/5 though. I think this is fine. We have enough removal that we can just like answer any blockers they play for the next few turns. Hey, Dowser of Lights. Hey, friend. Nice. Had to kill the shield mate. See? We spewed our removal, they spew theirs. It's perfect. This game, can I just say this has been the weirdest game? Neither of us are doing anything. As long as they don't have a Devious cover-up, I think we're in a pretty good spot there. They have been through 14 lands. So, between their hand and their library, they supposedly have like 12 spells, which is pretty absurd. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Fuck. Alright, we're dead. The game is over. Jeez. I don't think we can actually win anymore. I guess if we draw Izoni, maybe we can. Draw Izoni like this turn. It's a really good cover-up. Jeez. Card is so underrated. It's like so important to those style of decks. Just like reach the late game and you take over. Opponent. Our mono removal deck does not seem ideal against their, like, card draw deck. Card draw and crabs. What do we have in our sideboard? So options are... We can just bring in, like, more big creatures to kill them with and take out some of the smaller, more defensive stuff. Bring in, like, these as really bad card draw. I'm not really in love with that. We also have the option of the Vivid Revival. We have 5 gold cards. This is, like, not nearly enough, but a couple of the gold cards are, like, among our strongest cards. Yeah, the Izoni probably still wins. If it resolves. I'd be kind of surprised if it resolves is the thing, but... Nice. Dowser has hit the battlefield. They draw Hypothesis for the turn. Capture Sphere, yep. Oh my god. Actually just the mono removal mirror. This rat is gonna go the distance, I swear. Problem is, they're on 15 and we have 12 cards left. The rat doesn't quite go the distance in time. Capture Sphere versus Luminous Bonds. The truest of mirrors. Yep. I'm really regretting milling the Shieldmate off our Surveils. I'm hoping that isn't what causes us to lose this game. If they ever play out the Plague Reaper, we can kill it. Make them draw a card. Hi, friend. Alright, let's get this thing off the battlefield here. Back in the mill game, yep. If we see lands on the Surveil, are we actually milling them? Our lands, or are we just assuming we can only beat our opponent by decking them? I mean, if this Price of Fame resolves, then they're a card behind us. Am I actually keeping the stupid Guildgate? Or do I think I can win the fair game? Thing is, any attempt to deck them, they're just gonna... If they have a second cover-up, we lose. And we probably just end up losing to, like, a Muse Drake or something. Like, pecking across. Just like, they cast a couple flyers and we die. I kind of just want to take the Fine Broker and, like, bin the Guildgate and try and overpower them. I just don't think, like, the milling plan is actually real. Here. It's a 14-turn clock, but it's like... I just feel like they must have enough creatures to actually kill us with. Maybe I'm wrong. What does this Fine Broker get back? It gets back a Gargoyle. This is tough. Hard dig for Izoni, keep Fine Broker for her exclusively. I think Izoni wins if she resolves anyway, maybe. Maybe we're just meant to assume that, like, if we find Izoni soon, before they can draw a counter. Yeah, I like that plan. I'm just gonna draw the Fine Broker. I'm not gonna try and do the decking thing, I just want to dig to Izoni quicker. I'm gonna assume they have, like, another cover-up to try and beat decking with. And so actually try and beat them fairly. By finding our Izoni. Yeah, double counterspell would be brutal, or cover up shuffling and cover up would also be brutal. Otherwise, like, maybe we can get that. God, that deck is awesome. That deck is so good. Double cover up with like mono removal. Yeah, cover up's much better if you have 2 or more. You can just play one of them though. I've played decks with 1 cover up before. Sometimes you don't get the second, and the first is still good. Alright, so we have to find Izoni before they redraw the cover up. Guess that is our plan. Alright. Give me an Izoni next turn, please. Izoni does not like her. She is hiding. Tradesies, yep. Capture Sphere, I mean, our Undergrowth has still been decent. It's not like our Undergrowth has been bad. Play the 3rd Luminous Bonds. Alright. Still have to draw Izoni before they draw their cover up back. They also have to win the next game in time. They don't have much time to win game 3. But we shall see. Opponent did respect the symmetry. This is draft, yep. This is a real game of draft happening here. I take 6 and go to 6. I guess I have to use this as a game 3. Like, puts a creature in my yard for Izoni anyway. We're like, basically all in on drawing her this turn. Don't particularly enjoy my opponent knowing about this card, but if it resolves, even if we can't kill them, we're going to eat into their clock a bit. Jesus, yeah, yeah. I mean, shooting into their clock here, at the very least. Their deck does not kill fast. They have like 1 creature that can kill the opponent, seemingly. Respond to trigger with stacks. Oh no, they covered up the Izoni, so it never hit the battlefield. Yeah, this game took a long time for them. Alright. Yeah, if it had resolved. Would I want to sack things though? I only had 2 cards in library. I just end up dying, right? Drawing cards like that just kills me. Right, we're building our deck slightly differently, I guess. It probably involves cutting this Hitchclaw Recluse for starters. They have three stupid capture spheres. I guess I'm bringing in the Crushing Canopy. Vivid Revival seems good. It's so slow. Also, the problem is, like, the cards they want to like, their counter spells exile. So the cards they most want to counter are going to be exiled anyway for the revival. Seems really awkward to me. I'm kind of interested in these two. Just because they have power and toughness. I don't think I want to cut any removal is the thing. Like, worst case scenario, removal gets a blocker out the way. Grab Shieldmates and Gorgons too. It does, but I think a lot of the time it's just going to be grabbing 1 creature. And that's going to be pretty sad. Or like 2 creatures. Like that game, we drew for our whole deck and this would have grabbed either 2 or 3 creatures, but that's with like 5 cards left in our deck, so little time to take advantage of it. I don't know, maybe it's fine. I'm not in love with it, though. Don't know what I'm cutting for this Dowser. I just feel like the Dowser attacks so well into like most of their walls. Is the thing. Kind of like all the expensive things. Just because the games are slow. Cut a Shieldmate. Shieldmate is not great here. Agree. I agree with that. It's also possible we're just meant to be like playing the Skyline Scout on the splash just because it flies. That feels kind of embarrassing though. I'm not sure I'm about that life. Right, I'm gonna put myself on the draw, I think. I don't often do that, but well, his hand has a plan. Kind of. Obviously being on the draw is really bad against Warboss specifically, but I think against the rest of their deck it makes sense. And Warboss is pretty hard for us to beat regardless. On turn 3. They have the Mesmerist. Oh my god, we're gonna die. We're gonna die with 3 Luminous Bonds in our hand. I can feel it coming already. Yep. Thank God. I was about to be very tilted, but now I am decidedly not tilted. We are going to be spewing some Luminous Bonds, I guess. But I guess that is also a-okay. Because it's not like they have many decent targets in their deck for removal anyway. Mighty 4/5. Cannot deal 4 to this. Can capture Spirit though. Yep. Means it isn't even in our yard for a Fine Broker. That's so tilting. It's kind of impressively tilting. Just put it into play tap, save them the bother. Yeah. It's so awkward. Both the creatures in our hand we just can't cast. This one we can. the mighty Ceratok. It also dies to removal pretty well, which is nice. Means we might be able to fine broker it back next turn. They decide to hypotho some sizzles. You love it when your creatures die to removal. Apparently that is the world we're living in. Feeling happy about creatures dying to removal. No disdainful stroke, thank you. Alright, nice value there. Since when am I ahead on clock by 3 minutes? When does that ever happen? That's not normal autumn. It's not my normal approach. It's a strange, strange world, Amy. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with it. Midnight Reaper. Sure. This is not the world's most impressive Izoni, huh? Problem is, if I attack with the Ceratok, they block with Locksmith plus Crab. And then, oh my god, Izoni Capture Sphere! That's so good. That's so good. Yeah, I can sack the Dowser, it's great. I think I'm just gonna swing with the bats. I don't want them drawing a card off their Locksmith already. So, even if it would give us one more insect. Swing of the bat, play Izoni, sack the Dowser, get 2 insects. Then every Capture Sphere for the rest of the game draws us a card. I think this is still a fine Izoni, even if it's not like the best Izoni. Hey. Hope you're doing well, Nathan. Yeah, the timing is sweet, for sure. Alright. So I guess I get to sack this locket. I don't want to make sure I can always sack the insects for cards, though. Just attack with my bats to start. It was actually better it was a sphere. Yep, somehow. Somehow it ended up being better. Wasn't the expected result. Alright, let's cycle this locket. Hold up 1 Izoni activation. Oh my god, this is so tilting. Alright. We darn goofed. This is fine. I think I just want to sack an insect. So that if they have removal for Izoni, I still get another card. This is going to be bursted. Best thing is they can't even afford to hold up cover up. Because they're like kind of far behind. Yeah, this is draft. We need to draw removal for the Drake now. You know, easy life. Easy life. So 5 for the Drake, and then we get to go Burglar, Poisoner, draw a card. And swing for free. So I guess I go Rat first to deny them info about what's happening next. Oh, we don't get to draw a card as well. We're like one black short her. That's kind of sad. Kill this Drake. They get to draw a card, but that is fine. Put it into your graveyard. Put it into your graveyard. Can eat the rat as well. Oh my god, this is great. Turns out Golgari decks are better when they draw Izoni, huh? Turns out. Who would have thought? I kind of want to be able to block with the rat and sack it, so I think I'm just passing the turn rather than like main phasing it to hit my land. Capture Sphere, yup. Resolves. We do have a Crushing Canopy in the deck, but I guess I sort of sack the bat. They don't have, what's it called up, Devious Cover Up at the moment, so I get to slam my Gargoyle, which is awesome. Once we draw a removal spell, we can start swinging really nicely. We are catching up on clock, it's great. Wearing down this clock efficiently. I'm going to sack the 1/1s to draw cards, just dig for removal here to finish this game, I think. Honestly, there's a decent chance they have a cover up at this point, but if they'll answer the Gargoyle before it even does anything, right? Oh wow, nice. Also nice. So they have 7 mana open. So we can get the first cover up out of their hand. And then resolve the second Price of Fame. Which one do we want to kill? It's not even clear we want to do this. I kind of just want to attack with the Gargoyle, honestly, and just pass the turn. Save the removal spells for flyers. This is fine. It's actually kind of weird, because like the Reaper's also going to lose them life, right? Yeah, I just don't think I want to give them the opportunity to cover up. I think I agree. I think I'm just going to pass the turn. It also means I can like cast the Price of Fames on their end step, potentially. Like set up my next draw whilst forcing them to use mana on their end step. That's like another option that's available to me. I can dig for another Luminous. I guess we've used all the Luminous spawns, but we can dig for like something. That was kind of sweet. I was not expecting to win that match. I feel like we are a huge underdog in that match. Their deck has so much inevitability, but sick. Alright. I am going to quickly head to the bathroom and get some more water. And then we'll hop into match 2 with this awesome Golgari deck. By awesome, I mean average, but it has lots of removal and an Izoni, so I guess it can win games. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. The other thing was they had like inescapable blaze in the yard too, so they get to shuffle that back too. They get like 3 removal spells back that can deal with the gargoyle when they only have 1 left in their deck at the time. I agree with you. Took me a moment to get there, but alright. I would like to go first. I would like to mulligan. That sound is entirely reasonable. I guess kind of expensive and clunky, but it's nice that most cards are decent draws here. Should you play Jeskai or green-black this weekend? Probably green-black. But I'm not 100% on that. I guess I'm gonna keep this. I'm always unsure on how to scry in situations like that, but we have 2 6-drops in our hand. It's also a gate, which is nice for the gargoyle. The fact it's a gate is actually like kind of decent here. Right. Chitter chitter. Cool. Now happy I kept the land on top. I mean, our top end is powerful if they give us time. Jeskai is sweet. Jeskai is very strong, for sure. I don't know. I need a bit more time with Jeskai to figure out exactly what I want the list to look like. I've been struggling a lot against Carnage Tyrant with Jeskai, which is like definitely a problem. It's not like green-black can beat Carnage Tyrant either though. I could bonds this. I think I just want to resolve my 4-5. 4-5 gets to swing pretty convincingly into the Drake. Oh, Dowser is sweet. It's just so big compared to like the creature sizing in the format. I've been very happy with it. 4-5s just kind of rule the board a lot of the time if you're not playing against like specifically Selesnya. Struggled versus, yeah, those cards seem scary suited for sure. Like, I don't think Jeskai is perfect by any means, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's very good against green black if they're not playing Carnage Tyrants. If they are playing Carnage Tyrants, things get like a bit scarier though. So, ooh, now we get to double spell. So good. Yeah, I would agree with that, Ryan. I would definitely agree with that. It's like the best a 4-5-5 has ever looked. This is going to be annoying at some point, so I'm just going to bonds it now. It'll be annoying at some point. It means we're getting an extra damage this turn. Which is, like, not irrelevant. I can believe that, Bobbin. I can definitely believe that one. Right, they had the hypothesis I was expecting, but with the Izoni in hand, it's like fine to have the poisoner die. Like, we want creatures in the yard anyway. I'd much rather have the poisoner in the yard than them having an Electromancer in hand, I imagine. No, people keep blazing my Dowser of Lights. It's so rude. Keeps happening. Alright. What's the betting we die with 5 lands in play in 8 turns time? We have encountered a problem. Oh boy. Don't I hate being right sometimes, yeah? Yeah, I guess we're playing our own 4-5. I guess, 5-5. I guess that's what we're doing. I'm gonna attack. Rawr. I have Izoni in hand. It's possible they don't block. Cool. Even if they do block, like, we get our 1-1 back, so it's fine. Come on, Price of Fame. Don't ping the gargoyle, don't ping the gargoyle, don't ping the gargoyle. Please, 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 thank God. I was sweating a moment there, like, ping the gargoyle. I guess they'd get to Hypothesis of the gargoyle anyway. Yeah. God, Nimb is it. I think their 6-mana card might be a touch better than our 6-mana card. This is a solid yikes. Would give this a solid yikes. Bonzing Niv is pretty rough when like we're relying on Izoni. It's certainly not great. I think I'm gonna wait a turn on Bonzing. Because I feel like I need to be doing something proactive here. It uses my mana a lot better. It means next turn I can like draw a couple cards maybe. Whilst Bonzing. Yeah, it's possible we just need to draw Price of Fame to win the game. I could imagine that being the case, Bobbin. Or Deadly Visit. That's like another reason to hold off on the bonds for a turn. We're bringing in Crushing Canopy. This is a lot. This is a heckin' lot. Yep. Okay, we're on the 8%er to have to beat their 6 cards in hand. Running that 8%er. If we're literally on that 8%er, we're meant to block Ornery Goblin, right? Because that makes them ping our face, so we gain an extra life. Alright. Because like they get to ping us when we cast the spell anyway, so they get to kill the... Holy cow. We're bringing in Crushing Canopy. Also, that deck is awesome. That deck is kind of amazing. Yep. How do we beat them? You'd play like 4. I'd definitely bring in the first 2 without hesitation. The third would be tempting. Right. We have this Canopy in our deck now. Pause? Nah, I don't want that. Go on the Dowser. I think the Hitch Claw is just bad because we have to pressure them. Like, the Portcullis is probably bad on the same basis. Maybe a Locket. I don't think so. I don't think I want to try and play the long game against them when they have Dawn of Hope in their deck. Like, we only have one answer to Dawn of Hope, right? And Dawn of Hope just ends the game single-handedly. So I think I need to be able to pressure them. As a result. Bonds seems really bad. I suspect that isn't the case. Could see the third copy of Bonds being bad, though. Like, they're gonna have random creatures in their deck, and Bonds, like, pushes our creatures past them. But I guess that isn't terribly exciting. Maybe we do just need to trim on things that aren't creatures. You'd rather see more of that deck before cutting these. That's, like, roughly where I'm at. I don't know what to cut, though. Like, I don't know what else I would cut, and I'm pretty sure I want the 2-drops against what we've seen. Seems fine. Cut the Stray. Problem is we have like all these expensive things. Stray kind of helps us hit our land drops whilst applying the tiniest bit of pressure. It isn't great though. I would definitely agree it's not great. Alright, I'm going to keep this. Needs to draw lands, but it's also like a bit awkward. It's like our hand from game 3 of the last match where we have like these late game cards in hand, but I think we can reasonably mull this. If we draw like a couple lands, it ends up going pretty well. The mighty 3-drop beta Wario copy. Honestly, you might be correct about that. It's like having a 3/2. Yeah, I think I agree on the Wario copy. I don't like cutting the locket simply because I think it might make our color situation too bad. I think we need the locket just to be able to cast our spells. Would like to draw a land at some point. Well, you know, not. Just enabling our Izoni. This is kind of rough. Alright, let's move on here. I guess I could draw Price of Fame next turn and it's only 2 mana to kill Niv. Like, I'll give it one more turn. The Bats is so bad against the Drake. I'll give it one more turn. We could draw Price of Fame next turn. Can actually kill Niv. It's kind of an aggressive hypothesis. I guess they're just like digging for their land drop. Potentially. Which is terrifying. Or like boosting the Drake to try and run us over. Alright. I yield. That was a sad end. I don't know. The hand definitely wasn't the best keep. I could see it being a mole, but obviously we also just ran bad with it. Alright, another draft.